Backstage at Lollapalooza, Brian Vander Ark from the Verve Pipe, a grizzled rock veteran, hanging out.
Why do I like that? I shouldn't like that at all. That's an insult, I think. No, I like that.
So
I'm not, I'm not a grandpa, the alternative rock grandfather or something like that.
Just an alternative rock dad, though, doing the family music thing now.
Yeah, love it, man. We're having a blast doing it.
Tell me a little bit about this album, the family-oriented album and family-oriented music you guys are doing now.
Yeah, essentially, it's a Verve Pipe record with silly lyrics. I mean, for the most part, I mean, I've got 2 kids now, and I just decided, at some point I got tired of hearing the Wiggles and that kind of thing. And fortunately, there were guys like They Might Be Giants and Dan Zanes and whatnot. And I thought, well, why don't we try to do a kids record and make it more of a 4-part harmony record, and that kind of thing that we like to do, and big rock. And so we did it. It's been a riot so far.
And it's gone over well, and the Lollapalooza crowd here, the Kids-a-Palooza crowd is enjoying it?
Absolutely, man. We get those kids pumping and dancing and throwing things, and very much like our college shows.
What's the from back in the day? But what's the atmosphere like on the kids stage, though? And Green Day last night, there were a ton of families. It really was. There were kids, and then it was the second generation of Green Day fans. And is it the kids stage? I'm assuming it's a lot of kids and their parents who are bringing kids.
It is. It's probably a little bit different than the Green Day thing, because a lot of these kids, are like from basically infants, to 6 or 7 years old, and that's about where this album, I think, really the lyrics touch those kids the most. We're trying to get kids to put down the video game controllers and pick up instruments instead, and that's a big message that we by the time they're 13, 14, then you've almost lost them, so.
You're talking about picking up instruments, the difference between playing Rock Band and learning how to play the guitar. I think it's kind of weird, because I think that for the price that you pay to buy Rock Band and the price that you pay to buy all that crap, you really could take guitar lessons. It's weird, right?
It's unfortunate that it's the instant gratification, really the dumbing down of, using the colors and 4 colors to play, And maybe I'm just bitter because I cannot play that stupid game. I don't know what it is. But, you'd be hard pressed to find really great young guitarists, that are, under the age of 13 now because of it, and it's unfortunate.
When will we hear some of the Verve Pipe library and Rock Band? Will that change your tune, though?
Absolutely it will, because it's all about the almighty dollar. Dude, look, who are you talking to, bro? Come on, we're a commercial band.
15 years ago, when the Freshman was all over everywhere, I think about 15 probably, did you ever think you'd be at the same festival maybe again as Soundgarden and Green Day and Blues Traveler and Cypress Hill and all these bands from,
Yeah, all these bands are doing their thing in their way, and it's what's frustrating is I can't even see them because our schedule's so busy. But honestly, I get a lot of satisfaction out of playing for the kids. I can bring my family along. We enjoy it. And that whole area, and the fact that the energy over there is palpable with kids. I mean, there's at the big stage, there's the difference between that and playing for kids is that kids aren't polite. If they don't like something, they're going to put their fingers in their ears and run around and scream. It's a challenge to get kids interested and keep them interested for 45 minutes. And if we can do that, we can accomplish it.
Well, you seem passionate about it. It seems like something you relate to more now than trying to do the stuff from back in the day that maybe just doesn't fit in with your lifestyle anymore.
I always believe that as a songwriter, you follow your heart. And right in the Freshman at that time, I was in a really dark place, and then you get to a happy place and a dark place. If I were to try to write an angst-ridden "I Hate My Dad" song right now, it would seem so phony. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I'm a happy father. I love my kids. I like to dance with my kids. That's the kind of music I want to write.
I think all music acts have to evolve with their fan bases. I mean, you look at the way a band like Pearl Jam has. I think they've evolved pretty well with their fan base. What kind of reaction have you gotten from the fan base from the Verve Pipe? From 15 years ago. A lot of them probably have kids now, and
I mean, that really is true. That's what it is. Is that what surprised us the most? We just wanted to go in and have fun and put a bassoon on a song for no reason, just to be silly. And what ends up happening is that all of those people that were our fans back then have kids, and now they're like, oh, finally, we can listen to this, and we enjoy it from musicality, and the kids enjoy the silly lyrics. It's just a lot of fun, man.
Are the Verve Pipe songs part of the kids set?
Not usually. No, we usually try to separate the two. Yeah, I mean, singing songs about suicide to 3-year-olds. you know, I mean, it's just not my thing, you know. So we try to keep the kids sets, and the adult. However, we do play kids songs at the adult sets all the time, because honestly, I can make a comparison. Drunken college students and, you know, drunken adults act like 4-year-olds anyway, and they love it, you know, so it works out.
Well, cool. It's really good to hear that everything's going so well, and that in a way you've been able to reinvent the band. I mean, the success you guys are having, and with all the gigs you've been able to line up, especially here this weekend, it's good to have you at Lollapalooza.
Thanks, man. It's my pleasure. We're having a blast today, definitely.